What is up? Thank you for coming to my channel, Prison POV. Shout out to Justin from Montana, man. Shot me some cool stuff. Damn it. Should I just shot me some very cool stuff. Stickers, art for the art wall, a little Hot Wheel, which believe it or not, I will hang on the art wall. And look at this, man. This bracelet type thing that goes on your belt, like uncertain about it. He said in the letter, he's like, hey, I shot you a key. I'm thinking like some kind of old skeleton key. I dig old, like random. And I looked in the envelope in the box. He sent me a lot of cool stuff, and I didn't find any key. I mean, there's a ring, lots of cool stuff. I love little mystery boxes like this. Then I seen a bracelet, opened it. This is the ring. I mean, this is the key, handcuff key. The little tiny skinny one on the end is the one that locks it into place once they have it on you and they set it. If they do not lock it in place, it'll click all the way down and stop at your wrist, at the flesh, the bone. They have to set it in place with this one. And of course, this is the handcuff key itself. So pretty cool. Justin from Montana, dude. This is a cool little item. Not the most love and respect. So I'm a big fan of the YouTube channel, Mr. Ballin. He doesn't need my shout out. He has about 5 million subs, but he does these videos where he'll do like 3 stories in a video. I kind of like that format, that style he does. So I'm going to do a video today. Four stories in this video. We're going to shoot 4. I think we can pull it off. I'm like, okay, is it 5 after 12? Or is it 5:35? 5:35, most certainly. Be that as it may, so trip on this, man. So, dude, I was in county jail before I went to prison. There's a black dude. He was from Taft. Taft is just outside of Bakersfield, Kern County. It's just majority of white. They do have a Southsider gang called Brown Pride Locals. I highly doubt there's any sort of black gang, not that I heard of, or very many blacks at all there. There's a dude from Taft. He was a black dude. On the farm, minimum, Kern County jail. And he had a swastika on his hand. Pardon me. A swastika right here on his hand. No one was tripping on him. A couple people asked him about it. And he's basically like, how'd that get there? He's like, I don't know. It's like, no. He just didn't really have an answer, so people just didn't really sweat it. He was just doing his own thing, minding his own business. He had a couple white dudes that he kicked back with. And no one really tripped on it. Except these 2 brothers. It's 2 brothers. Now, some of the homeboys, you got dudes, they just like, they show up at the spot, they show up at jail, county jail, prison, reception, and they automatically politic for the keys. They want the keys. They buddy up with the dude who has the keys so they can get him next. They politic to remove the dude who has the keys so they can take them from him. They're not happy till they're in control. And there's these 2 brothers, and one of them was like that. And I'm not talking shit. I know this dude actually like him. But I've known him since we first started going to county jail together. Bunch of prison time, see him over the years in and out. He always has the keys and the process of getting them. He likes telling people what to do. His brother's opposite. His brother's a straight YA baby, straight foot soldier. Big swastika on his face, always ready to fight, handle business. Well, those brothers found out about a dude with a swastika on his hand. They're tripping. He's a real light-skinned black dude, too. You'd almost look at him like, is he black? Like, but he was. He even said he was, or half or something. No one was tripping on Swaz. He's like, how'd that get there? Like, who cares? These brothers start tripping. So the one who thinks he's like the shot caller sends the soldier in there, go beat that dude's ass for having the swastika and not, giving us a solid answer about who, when, where, why. So he sends dude in there. Dude comes out and beat up. Dude, the swastika, puts tips on him. So the brother, shot caller, goes, well, fuck this. He runs in there and goes in there to fight him. He gets tipped up. So this black dude, the Swazi, beats both these dudes up. No one's tripping on him. These 2 dudes start tripping. He tips them both up. So then, one of the brothers calls like a little white meeting. Okay, I want all the whites to show up and the yard opens. We're all going to come over here. We're thinking, dude, if he doesn't let this go, some of us were talking before the meeting. Like, he better not politic on dude. Dude's down for his. Beat both them up. He said he ain't trying to, like, just leave it alone. He's trying to ignore it. We should just ignore it, not politic, make a big deal. If they're going to have this white meeting and try to politic on dude and make a big deal out of it and try to send more people in on him, some of us are going to speak up and be like, no, that's not the way it's played, man. That's not the program. But when we got there, however, he's like, all right, here's the word. I want everyone to leave him alone. No one mess with him. He's down for his. He slings them. We went in there, had a talk with them, and we're all thinking, what? Everyone leave him alone. No one was even messing with them. That's like you calling a white meeting and saying, all right, check it out. Everyone eat dinner tonight, okay? You got that? Everyone eat dinner. Like, we were going to anyway. What the fuck is this? So this is kind of crazy, bro. Be that as it may, though. The story, okay, I got a transition right here. I'm on the streets. I'm not done with that story, but trip on this. I'm on the streets now. This girl's house. I went there. We're drinking white Russians. And she had a tattoo gun. And all of a sudden, she wanted a tattoo on her boob. She wanted to put a little butterfly. So she whipped that thing out. When you do a tattoo, you have to stretch the skin. She was stretching the skin. She wanted to put a butterfly. She put one butterfly. Then she wanted to put another butterfly. Then she wanted to put like a tree for the butterflies to land in. I'm like, leave it alone already. Like, you're going to regret this in the morning. You're probably a little bit tipsy. Like, she's like, you know how when you're doing something not right, you want to fix it? She's like, I kept having to fix it. Like, it's crooked. I was like, you're never going to fix it. Leave it alone. Worry about it tomorrow. She kept going and going. Next thing you know, it's like half of her boob is tattooed. I mean, she had like her tongue sticking out the corner of her mouth. Like, she's really going for it. I'm like, damn, but she wouldn't be persuaded. I'm like, hey, remember me? I put the thing down. Finally, I just turned the tattoo machine off myself. Turned it off. Took the gun out of her hand. I sat down next to her. We start fooling around a little bit. Next thing you know, I went downtown. I could pick up and I put down. And we were fooling around. I went downtown. Then I hear the tattoo machine go back on. What the hell? I look up, and she has a gun. She's getting ready to go back at it. I was like, what in the hell? She turned the tattoo machine back on with her toe. I felt her leg move and go all crazy. I thought I made her leg move like that. I was like, damn, trip on this chick. She's like walking on the ceiling. No, I didn't do that to her leg. She like turned the tattoo machine back on with it. So I give up. Whatever. She did the whole damn boob. And I was trying to tell us it's not attractive. I'm less and less into you as the minutes go by. It's, gross. Give me a shout out in the comment section. Where's that come from? Sleazy. Like, stop. Finally, I see one thing. She ended up passing out. She woke up mad the next day. Mad as hell. She tried to blame it on me. I got to get you out of here. I'm going to give you a ride out of here. Let's leave. I don't know if she's mad or embarrassed. I'm like, take me to Homeboy's house way up on the east side. So we go up over there. I don't really know anybody else in this area that I go to. I go to the Homeboy spot. It's not even his spot. A dealer put him in the spot to sling his bag. He's always there. He can't leave. He has to stay there and sell dude's bag. That's his hustle. That's why he can live there. That's why he's living there. Anyway. I go there, no one's answering the door. And she already drove off. Even if she didn't, she wasn't about to take me nowhere else. And I'm standing there, don't know where I'm beating on the door, but I know they're there. There's always people there. So I start breaking in. I'm going to break into this motherfucker. He's there. And they open the door like, dude, Splinter, what are you breaking in? I'm like, yeah, you guys are here. What the fuck? Come on. I get in. What's going on? He's like, dude, this dude, the guy with the swastika. Remember him? The one who tried to go and beat up the one guy? He's been driving around. He's been threatening us. See, this was like a dope house. His girlfriend came over here, I guess, or maybe she didn't. He thinks so. She got high yesterday or whatever. He's all pissed off. He's coming over here. He can't find her. He wants to know what happened yesterday. He's just totally tripping on this pad. He's driving around, but he hasn't really stopped. And we're tripped out. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. So we just shut the door, lock it, shut the windows, and just like chill out. And hopefully he'll go away. I'm like, what's wrong with you guys? The fuck, they're like, he's mad. Like, who the fuck? There's 6 of you here. Now 7 with me here. It's one dude in a car. Come on, man. Have little balls. Did your heart pump Kool-Aid or what, bro? We're going to open the door, open the windows. We're going to stand out front like we're barbecuing. Let him. We're going to post up like the mailbox, bro. Let him run up if he wants to. Don't be in here cowering. But hey, let me get high first. So we got high. Okay, let's go outside. Then I see him drive by. Like, there he is. Like, who cares? And this fool, the lane closest to the house would be coming this way. So he's driving this way. So he went in the wrong lane. This is somewhat of a busy road. He went in the wrong lane. Slowed really down slow right to the fence of the house and had what looked like some sort of sawed-off. I think it looked like a sawed-off .22 rifle or something hanging out the window. I was like, all right, back in the house. Shut the window, shut the door. I was like, man, you guys underspoke. You said he was mad. He's enraged. That's way past mad. What'd you guys do to this old lady? Damn, did you guys turn her into a prostitute or something? What is this shit? Dude's tripping. I will explain it later. Let's make some calls. Let's call some homeboys. Maybe someone can get at him, but yeah, we're going to have to deal with that later. And he did that all night for several hours, drove by and just like, shit was crazy. I don't know what happened. Be that as it may. Trip on this though, man. Bro, in county jail, barracks 8, way back in the day, before I started going to prison, if I have faded affect bias, I've talked about that before on my channel. Faded affect bias is when you think back about, and you don't remember the bad, you only remember the good. And I think back in county jail and prison sometimes and reminisce. I've had some good times, met some good people. And sometimes I'll often reminisce about before I went to prison, or right around that time when I first started going to prison, being in the farm, Kern County Jail. And what it is, I have a barracks, and I have a mini yard. It's about the size of a house. You probably put like a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom house, like 1,500 square foot. Is this front little yard with a little fence that lock sometimes that leads out into the big yard. But after dinner, you just have to kick back in that little yard, wait for the big yard to open. It could be like 2 hours as they feed everybody, get everything cleaned up. We would go to dinner, come back, and we'd all sit on the grass. And there's chain link fence separating you and barracks next door. So sometimes there'll be people in barracks next door be sitting down, talking. That's how I got real good friends with the homeboy Kris Savage. We call him Savwall. He's a hardcore drug addict. Never had his shit together. Homeless all the times. He's just always in trouble. And he got married, got right, got a degree, moved to San Francisco, and got beat up by some fools and killed. Like a trip. Life's crazy. Anyway, we're posted up, man. We've always been kicking back in the grass, and there's this dude. There's a dude there. We start talking to him. Didn't really know him. He had one arm. His fool had one motherfucking arm. He was there because he was at Teen Challenge in Shafter. And Teen Challenge is like a place you would go if you're addicted to drugs and you're homeless. I always encourage people to go. Like if you're to the curb and you're homeless, go Teen Challenge, man. Get out the drugs. They'll clean you up. They'll help you get a job. 3 hots in a cot. It's a good place to go. And so this dude was at Teen Challenge. And he stole a guitar from him. A couple of guitars. But it's right in the middle of nowhere, and he took off walking. He's not even from Bakersfield. He's from LA or some shit. I don't know what he planned on doing with this fucking guitar. And it's like the cops stop him, and you have a guitar in one arm. He's like, what are you doing? You know, I know you're not giving guitar lessons. They busted him. And it's kind of a sleazy, cheesy, fucked up thing to do to rip off Teen Challenge. It's like a non-profit there to help people. And they use the guitar for the worship music for the church, and you steal it. Dope fiend. Anyways, he's in our barracks 8. He approaches me, starts wanting to be my friend. So I let him in slowly. Before you know it, him and I are talking. We're buddies and things are cool. But he's always trying to bang the Bible. Hey, dude, this verse. Which I can take that a little bit. I find it interesting. You know, I like it in small doses, especially from someone like him. I'm not going to let him just come out and just preach to me. It's like, oh, cool, that's cool, but, but it's not, no. And I'm not a morning person. So one time I wake up for breakfast, 3 o'clock in the morning, 3:30, brush your teeth, you'll get beat up for going to breakfast with stinky breath. You're keeping all the politics, all the rules in mind. You're waking up. There's 30 fucking other people in here that's dorm with you. It's kind of a trip getting used to that type of shit. This dude's up in my face trying to tell Matthew chapter 4, verse 32, this and that. And I said, dude, I'm not a morning person. I don't want to hear that shit. Back away from me like I don't care. Back the fuck up. So he got all crazy with me and said, oh yeah, well, I'm going to throw my pearls of swine. Which is a Bible verse. It's pearls of swine. Basically, him giving me his wisdom would be the same as, throwing some pearls into the pigs. Like, I'm not going to waste my wisdom on you, in other words. I'm not going to throw my pearls of swine. I thought, whatever. It was a little bit rude-ish. But I thought, okay, whatever. If you want to slam the door on your way out, go ahead. At least you're not talking no more, because you're starting to bug me. So if it took that, I'm like that. Like, we have to have a little explosion. If, you explode and slam the door on your way out, so be it. At least the big picture is I'm not talking no more. You're not bugging me. So whatever. But no. People start pumping it up. They love to pump shit up. Like, Splinter, let the dude talk to you like that? Like, you gotta be all kind of loud and crazy. I'm like, yeah, but it was just a Bible verse. How aggressive and how crazy can a Bible verse sound? Pretty loud and pretty crazy. He was in your face yelling. Like, I was like, oh, really? Like, yeah, but he has like one arm. So what? They're saying, that one arm is strong as hell. It does the work of 2 men. Am I right? If he catches you with it, you're gonna drop, fool. Splinter, he really disrespects you. You gotta handle it, bro. I'm like, now they're really pumping it up. I'm like, finally, fuck it. This has all happened before the sun's up, 4:30 a.m. Go to breakfast. I'm thinking they're pumping me up all day long. Finally, that night, I'm like, okay, I'm going to fight this dude. Fuck. That's 8 hours of this shit. You guys pumping me up. You talked me into it. He's getting ready to go to church. It was a Friday. They do church like around 7 o'clock. So they're like, church call, church call. I see him going to go to church. And I said, hey, dude, when you come back from church, we're going to fight. And he's all right. So I said, you disrespected me this morning when he yelled at me about the pearls of the swine. We're going to handle it. It's like, all right. So he started to go to church. But then he came back. He's like, no, let's do it now. Which I respect. I'd be the same way. He's not going to be able to go and enjoy church and sit through like an hour of someone preaching or an hour of anything when you know you're going to have to go back and fight. Get it over with now. If I was on my way out the door somewhere, I'm going to the store or something. When you come back, we're going to fight. It's like, let's just fight now. Because, yeah, what the hell? So as he says, fight now. I go, cool. We fought. I cheap shot at him. Which is kind of funny. So not only did I have an advantage of an extra arm, I also wanted the element of surprise. I act like I was taking my shirt off like this, and then I just, boom, which I didn't even plan it. It's kind of happened like that. And we chucked him, and he got his money, and it was a good fight. And he was hell strong with that one arm. And he did just catch me with a couple of them. We fought. It was a good fight. What surprised me was afterwards, all the people that were standing outside the gate. Like, what's going on? They're all just fight. So I came out, and there'd be some woods on the yard who I'd seen. I've been on the yard like a month or so at this point, who hadn't talked to me yet. Like, hey, Splinter, what's up, dog? It's cool, man. It's like, oh, that's all I have to do is beat up a one-armed guy to get some attention around here. It was total pump-up. And it's not even a good thing to be a pump-up case. That's a bad thing. But I was in a situation being a pump-up case. So someone like, dude, we really feel like he disrespected you. You may not see it that way. It doesn't matter how you see it. If everyone else thinks he disrespected you, you need to handle that shit. That's kind of how it is. Just like Hot Rod pumped me up to fight Terry in CMC West. This dude, there's a situation. There's an element. of people in prison. You go to prison as a white dude for the first time. Maybe you're scared. You're not gangster. You went for some computer crimes. You're not from the street. You're not streetwise. You go into prison. You're nervous, and you get there and you find out. Wait a minute. No one could punk me or rob me or rape me or bully me or beat me up for no reason. I'm pretty much protected. I just come in as a white boy. I run with the woods. All it's expected me is to participate in a riot if it happens. Maybe throw into a kitty. Just kind of be there. Handle my own debts. So on and so forth. But my cover, if I'm a weak-ass lame, my cover's not going to pull. They'll never know that. I can walk around and say I'm a badass dude, beat everybody up. No one will ever know the truth that I'm actually a scared-ass bitch. How your cover's going to get pulled unless the riot happens and you run to lay down, and then you're gone. This dude, Terry, next to me was like that. Orange County. Straight lame, but he kind of acted like he was all that because he could. He can. He was going to pull his covers. But we knew. And people would disrespect him and talk shit to him, just borderline shit, and he would like, shut up. So, that's how we knew. He would break it down. He would never push the issue. And people have got away with talking bad to him, and he wouldn't do nothing. So one day, I asked him for some cocoa. He's playing chess. He sleeps next to me at CMC West. I said, hey, let me get a shot of cocoa. And he was kind of rude about it. Like, oh, fucking hang on, get in a minute. Which in hindsight, it's kind of... Anyway, I'm not going to fuck hindsight. Let me have some cocoa, Terry. He's rude to me. Oh, I'll get in a minute. So I pushed past him. He's sitting here like this playing chess. And I just, excuse me then. Get in his locker with my cup and get my own cocoa. He's like, hey, wait a minute, dude. Don't get in my fucking locker. Which is true, which is right. And so he did yell at me and even cuss, look at my locker, but I laughed. He's like, get the fuck out of my locker. I'm all right. And I went and made my cocoa. Did he get loud with me and yell at me? Yes. But it was in the process of a straight 211. I was jacking him. Of course he's going to yell and protest a little bit. He has to. Is he just going to take us sitting down? Take it with no Vaseline? I expected a little bit of protest. I rolled along with the punches. Like, okay, I'll get out of your locker. Hot rod solid. He's like, dude, you're not that fucking lame, talk to you like that? I was like, well, I did just go in his locker and just jack him for some cocoa and shit. When he said, hang on a minute, he's like, nah, dog, you can't let him talk to you like that, bro. Not that fool. There's other people around here that have, like, no, dude, it's like, you gotta handle that, bro. I'm like, what? It's a count time. Everyone in our bunks. Hot rod was about 4 this way on the other side, and we used to always sit around and do sign language all the time. You know what I mean? And that's when he said, dude, you got to handle it. And I tried to protest, like, dude, it's going to be like it's going to be too easy. Like, I feel almost like a bully. I don't know. He's like, handle it. So I said, all right. So Terry, dude, after count me, you're going to fight, fool. You yell voice, raising your voice and disrespecting me. He tried, no. I go in the TV room. I put a leather glove on. I said, get in here, Terry, get in here. He didn't want to go in there. He took like a step in. Boom, I punched him. Then he ran out. No, I don't want none. And, before we start feeling sorry for him, let me remind you that about a month after this, we got into a riot with the Southsiders. Terry ran. He didn't do shit. And no one even fucked him up afterwards. He said he was sleeping. He was cleaning his CDs. Like, he didn't notice. And he looked up and, like, everybody, it was like a riot. And then I tripped and the dog ate my homework type shit. So, straight clown. Fuck this dude. So, anyway, I popped him a good one. It ripped inside of his lip. He wanted to go to the doctor. This is kind of fucked up too. They would not let him go to the doctor because, well, Hogwarts said, no, you can't go to the doctor because then they might start checking knuckles. Even though I had a glove on, it would cause too much heat. Or you can go to the doctor tonight, they said, not right now or tomorrow after lunch, but you have to say you're playing on the basketball court and cut an elbow. So it made him wait like a day to go to the doctor, and it's all swollen, messed up. But hey, be that as it may, man. Got pumped up to punch him. Really wasn't feeling it. But I did get allowed to respect me. Anyways. Where we at? I have my fucking bandless watch to keep track of time, but 18 minutes? Oh my gosh, I might not be able to get all these stories out. I'm gonna go quicker. So trip on this, dude. What? Alright, dude. Loving life. Loving life as a porter in motherfucking Max Mead, Kern County Jail. There's about 8 of us in a 12-man dorm, meaning lots of room. If there's supposed to be 12, there's 8, 4 less people. Lots of room. 4 woods, 4 Southsiders. Everyone got along. Everyone's going to store. Which is very important. Very important. It's one of the first things I asked when I hit a spot coming to county jail. I'm like, is this a broke spot? Is this a broke dorms? Is this a broke unit? Because if no one in there is going to store, everyone's broke, and everyone's going to be angry. No one's hearing from their family. They're hungry. They don't got coffee. They're not calling home. There's no money to use the phone. But if everyone's going to store and the economy is good, then people are happy. They got their extra food. So it's important. Everyone there was going to store. Plus, we're porters. Everyone's getting along. We're making pruno. We're buying psych meds off some fucking dudes down the tier. Everything's going great. Good clothes. Even, we thought we were the shit because they give you white boxers there. Somehow I hustled a pair of plaid boxers. What? Someone snuck in some plaid boxers. I ended up with them. Dude, things are great. I stole a dozen donuts brought in. My shift was over. I handed out breakfast, cleaned everything up, was doing laundry, had some laundry. On my way back to my cell, I saw this pink box of donuts the cop just brought. And without even thinking, just as a reaction, I just grabbed them. And went back to my thing, like, whoop, dozen donuts. Everyone's like, damn. Grabbed down on these donuts, but threw the pink box away. Like, bright pink, angry pink, standout pink. Put it in our trash can where everything's like, we got some brown paper towels, like some, newspaper, nothing pink like that. Try to hide it. Well, there's like candy bars and shit. It stood out. They found it. They found the pink box. They got pissed. Tried to blame it on me. This one lady was really mad about it. Then it's like, dude, I just saw it. Crumpled up in the corner. I threw it away. Like, so you really can't do nothing. But it's like, all right, we know. But it's like, okay, motherfucker. Then later, we ended up having to beat up this dude. We didn't want to. It was a checking. He was a compulsive, aggressive adjuster. His nutsack. Constantly. On a disrespectful level. He used to like punctuation. Hey, homeboy, I'm going to go to court tomorrow. And then my attorney came and talked to me. Then they went and called my mom. I mean, just constantly. And you say don't look, but you have to look. You're always watching everyone's hands. You'd be sitting there and in your peripheral, you see someone go for his waistband, you look and it's a ball juggler, you're like, damn. Plus there's a game we play in prison. If you've done prison time with CDC, you know what this is. What's that? You'd be standing there with your homeboy and you go like this. And if he looks down at it, boom, you get to punch him. Or if he puts his finger in the hole before you move it away, you get to punch him. But if he goes for it, and you move, punch him. It's a punch back and forth. It's a little game. It's a little like, you be standing there and you'll be like, and someone will look down at it. Of course they look down at it. If you're in a chow line and all of a sudden you start doing something with your hands, everyone's going to look at your hand. What's he grabbing? What's he doing? And you just, whoop, get to punch their ass. So, it's aggressive ball juggling. We told him, dude, hands off the balls. Doing it way too much. We're all be sitting there talking and you're just, dude, it's a very bad habit. He wouldn't stop, so we 23-second him. That lady cop saw us, came in. We're like, oh, no, we're playing, just joke around. She was pissed off, trying to make issue out of it, but we're porters. She wanted to roll up the whole fucking pod, but who's going to start feeding? You have to bring new people in. They're just going to be just like us, if not worse. So quit making an issue out of everything, lady. Then this really fucking was I was going to say the cat's meow. This was the cat's meow. I don't know where the fuck I got that from. So, during breakfast, I'm handing out milks. There's a random milk in there with no milk in it, but it's closed. I had a pinhole and all the milk came out, but it kept getting in my way. I was like pushing to the side. I wanted to get rid of that fucking empty thing of milk. So finally I grabbed it and threw it out of the fucking way because I sweep the tier later anyway. Who cares if I throw something on it? I'll be the one to pick it up. Fuck. But it dribbled milk on her. She got so mad. She said, you motherfucker, don't you ever throw anything in there. She goes, I haven't liked you for a while. You're fucking up. You're out of here. Back to pre-trial. Which would be kind of, okay, whatever. Back to pre-trial. Now I'm actually back to Walsall Reception Prison. I just got 4 years. About ready to leave in a couple weeks. I already got sentenced. I'm out of here. I don't really give a fuck. Put me where you want to put me. I don't give a shit. Whatever. So we go back to our pod, everything. After breakfast, I'm like, dude, I'm just going to take it back to pre-trial. They come snatch up Ironwood. They got us confused somehow. Come snatch up the homeboy Ironwood instead of me. And put him, since we're in this tier, what it is, it's a 12-man tank where the porters are at. Then it's a bunch of 4-mans after that. Or 2 12-mans and a bunch of 4-mans. This tier, then over this tier is the twin. Exact same thing. 2 12s and a bunch of 4-mans. He went to this 12-man. Instead of having only 8 in it and let's room like ours, it was packed full of 12. Instead of having 4 Southside and 4 Woods, it was like 10 blacks, 2 Woods, him and 1 other Wood. Lots of tension, lots of drama. No one going to the store. Like the lights were fucked up, so it was even kind of dark and it was just kind of musty and dirty and stinky in there. And it's like miserable, dude. Going from a badass porters, everyone going to the store, lots of room, to over there. And to think that he went because of me, stuff I did. I can't tell him, hey, that was me. You actually moved the wrong guy. I'm supposed to be over there in misery, not him. No. But what he said was, as soon as I moved in that spot, me and Ironwood, a Wood who was leaving went to the pen, said Splinter. Down there on the bottom of the bars, because there's bars, there's a piece. It's taped up under there. So I told the Woods, I go, hey, there's a piece up under there. We felt it. Okay, it was like this long. It's metal like a fillet, and it was taped. So Iron was like, dude, shoot that to me, dog. There's like tension over here. Like, I need it way more than you do. I go, all right, cool. So I went to go grab it when I got home after work and handing out laundry. And it was like, dude, what can I compare it to, bro? It was like putty. It was nothing. It wasn't even, it was bendable. It wasn't even solid at all. There's no way you could do this. You couldn't do nothing with it. Maybe you could fold it, fold again, fold again, fold it again, and be like this big, and then it might be sturdy. No, dude, it's useless. It was like stainless steel. It was that stuff that you put through the for grounding. If any of you guys seen that, like chain link fence, you'll fish through this stuff, and it'll be like for grounding. It's just like, it's nothing, dude. That's what it was. It was metal, yes, but it was not solid at all. Give me a break. So I went, saw Ironwood next time I saw him. He's like, "Do you got it?" I said, "No, it's not usable. It's like, it's trash. It's like putty. It's like a grounding. It's like." He was so bum kicked, butt hurt, mad about it. Like, dude, you can't bring, at least, okay, well, if in that bad of shape, let me be the judge of it. I might be able to do something with it. Like, dude, I'm not gonna waste my time. It's like, trust me, I have to take my word for it. It's dog shit. Read that as a May, man. Shit, how much time we got? 25 minutes. I can't tell the other story. Damn it, the other one's good. I'll have to tell it later. I'll have to tell later, man. Shiznit. I'm gonna have to cut string and let it fly. I'm doing another video tomorrow. I'm talking about all the tattoos on my neck and my head. What, when, where, why, how they all went down. It's going to be an awesome video. I'm making a batch of wine. I'm going to put it together tomorrow. I'm going to show you guys the kicker. I'm going to use an orange for the kicker. And I'm going to, about 10 days later, I'm going to drink it. I'm going to drink that Pinot Noir live. That's what we're going to do. Anyway, cut the string, let it fly. I got 3 videos. That's what Mr. Ballin does anyway. I was trying to one up. I'm going to go 4 stories. It is a little tough. I stick to like a 25-minute area. So, 3 stories. I'll throw the other one later. I'm cutting string, let it fly. Peace.